What's up, everybody? This is Proto, and welcome to another episode of Like or Dislike, where I look at some of the latest games that are coming out. I give you a little synapse of the story, what the game's about, tell you what I think about after playing it for a while, getting my hands on it, and showing you some gameplay of it all at the same time. And today we are looking at Need for Speed Heat. Now, this is another game that I was excited for, mainly because I'm a big Need for Speed fan. I've been playing them since Underground, and so I love the series. I love a good racing game, and the last Need for Speed was alright, but it was really lackluster in a lot of things. Let's not waste any more time and let's hop into this review. Now, Need for Speed Heat is a racing game where you come to this fictional town to become the top racer, but you also have to deal with some shady cops that are trying to stop you and street racing altogether. Now, I got a vibe of Need for Speed Pro Street and Underground, well, really Underground and Most Wanted while playing this game, and I'll explain it more in detail. Now, you can play this game either online or solo, which I think is a nice option. I've been playing most of the game right now on solo, and I played a little bit online, and it's a good little mix. Sometimes for these games you only have one option, so the fact that you can play it solo or play it online is a good thing. Now, you start off with a starter car and you work your way up the ranks to become the best crew and becoming the best in the city. Like I said, at the same time you're dealing with shady cops that are trying to control street racing, but by doing it by some, like I said, very shady ways. You're dealing with one cop that really has a ego trip. Like, he hates that people are better than him, and well, if you play the game, you'll start to see it more. Now, you have two ways of racing this game. You can race in the daytime during sanctioned legal races, because this city is known for racing. And then you can also race at night doing street races and avoiding cops. Now, you have to do both types. You can't do just one or the other, and this is why. The nighttime races build up your rep, allowing access to more races, better parts, better cars, but you have to do the daytime races to earn the money to buy the parts and the cars. So they go hand in hand. And I can tell you from playing both of them, I really enjoy the nighttime races because the nighttime races are just action packed. You are running from the cops in some cases. Some cases when you're just going from one spot to the other, you going to run into cops and you have to lose them so you can start the next race. And if you're already in a race, they're going to come after you. So it's definitely, that's why I got that Need for Speed Underground, Need for Speed Most Wanted vibe from, because you can total your car trying to run from these cops and they will do everything in their power to take you down. But like I said, the daytime races are the sanctioned races, so you actually have like official barriers, people coming out to see the cars and everything. But that's how you earn your money. You earn a little bit of money from doing the nighttime, but not as much as you earn from daytime racing. And sometimes the daytime racing can be a little bit boring, a little bit generic, because they're around all the same type races, because they're official sanctioned races. But nighttime races, they're legal. You got circuit races, you got point A, point B races, you got a little bit of drifting here and there. So that's what I've really been enjoying so far. Like I said, I've been enjoying the nighttime racing. Now, the music on this game is on point. Now, they have specific music for daytime and nighttime, and it really fit the moves. When you're racing daytime, the music is more upbeat, livid, makes you enjoy like you're racing professionally. And at nighttime, oh, it's definitely an underground vibe with music. Bass hitting you, you're trying to avoid traffic. Definitely the music that was chosen for both these hits it perfect, because it would have been kind of boring if you had the same kind of music for both day and night. So I kind of like how they have different sets of music for that to give you a different feel. Now, the NPCs aren't the most deeply drawn out characters, but they do help move the story along in a steady pace. Like I said, this is a racing game. It's a Need for Speed game. They never do an in-depth on the characters where you're really worried about them or they're concerned, but at least in this one they really help push the story along. They just don't seem really bland generic. They have their reasons for what they're doing. Now, there's some detail in the parts that you put in your car. Just changing out one part will give your ride a different feel when you drive, and I really like that. They use a typical normal color code system from worst to best parts, so nothing new and changing there. And that's one thing that I really like about it. Like I said, the simple part that you change out one part and then you go driving it, you can feel a difference in your vehicle. Simple as changing your brakes or changing out your ECM or just changing out your exhaust input. it gives a different feel. So it lets you feel like, you're investing into the parts that you want to make your car perform better. Because believe me, the starter car you get is trash. And I understand now why they did that. They made it trash like that, so when you start switching out the stock parts and putting on parts on it, you will feel a difference. Because when I first started driving that car, it was trash. Felt like I barely had any control, brakes were crap. But as I started getting money and I switched out my brakes, I tuned up the engine, the car got extremely better, and I started feeling it, and I started getting more of the type of response I wanted out of the car because of the parts I was putting on it. Now there is a lot of detail you can do when it comes to customizing your ride. I know I spent a good hour just playing around with colors, decals, and other cosmetics. So if you're trying to get your car a certain look, you'll definitely be spending some time on that. Don't be surprised if you spend a play session just customizing your car, because I almost end up doing that. Now you can customize your character for the first time in this game, but it's nothing too in-depth, so don't be shocked and surprised. It's a typical avatar customization. You can choose a base character, change the hair, change the top, change the bottoms, this, that, and the other. Pretty much you buy all your clothing from the money that you earn. And speaking of money, most of the time I play through the game, I haven't seen anywhere from microtransactions or rep boosts, so that's a good thing in my book. Hopefully it stays just like that. Now they claimed beforehand before this game came out that there was going to be no microtransactions. So far what I've seen, there's no signs of it, so hopefully they were able to keep their promise. But you know how EA is, they might try to stick it in there after all the reviews are up and make people mad, because regardless if you do it before reviews go up, during reviews, or after, people are going to say something about it. Now graphic wise, the game is beautiful. The cutscenes with the NPCs talking is very good. The environment is very bright and colorful. Lip sync talking is good. And all this gameplay you guys seen was captured from the Xbox One X. And that's pretty much the review on that. So let's not waste any more time and jump into the pros versus the cons. And starting off with the pros, the first one we're going to look at is the racing. This is a racing game. If the racing suck, nobody will be enjoying it. But I can happily say the racing is fun. Like I said, I enjoy the nighttime racing more because it's more action-packed. But like I said, it's fun. You're going to enjoy it. Especially like I said, as you upgrade parts, get new cars, and go into higher stake racing, you're going to enjoy it. The next pro we're going to look at is the music. Definitely, without a doubt, the music is on point. If the music is not on point, a racing game will suck in my opinion. And the fact, like I said, that you have music set for daytime and nighttime, it definitely sets the mood for it. Then the last pro we're going to look at is the cops. And I have to give them a pro, because when you do the nighttime racing, they do not play around. If they spot you, they are trying to let everybody know. They're trying to trap you. They're trying to get you. They're trying to total your car. They don't care if they total 5 cars to get to you, but they will. And they will remember you if you get away from them. So I definitely like that. It really felt like a high stakes race trying to get away from them. So definitely a pro on my end. So with the pros down, let's take a look at the cons. First con we're going to look at is the daytime racing. And mainly because they're really generic. It's a lot of them are just like circuit racing, drift racing, that's it. Nighttime, you got circuit, you got a few drifts, you got point A to B, you're running from cops. That's about it. Daytime, cops don't even mess with you. I flew past several of them. Lights didn't come on. But at nighttime, oh, they coming after me. So daytime can be boring. I can understand if it comes off boring to some people. Now the next con we're gonna look at is the loading screens. Sometimes the loading screens can be long. I don't know why. Surprisingly, when you fast travel, it loads up pretty fast. And they try to hide the loading screens by putting your car on display, flashing a lot of bright colors and everything, but that's really just a loading screen. So don't be surprised. You'll be like, why am I seeing my car for so long? That's the loading screen. And the last con we're gonna look at is the starter car. And I had to put it as a con because it might turn people off that don't take the time to do racing, buy parts, and earn a rep. It's a trash car. It does not have anything. And they do that so you will invest into parts to start seeing the difference in feel. But if you're not willing to take in the time to do those first couple initial races, because you're not going to come in first. You might not even come in third. You're going to have to race maybe like 3 or 4 races to get some money to buy some parts. But if you're not willing to put that in, you might not want to keep on playing the game. So that's why I had to put it as a con. But that's pretty much the pros and the cons of the game. Overall, I'm enjoying it. Like I said, I prefer the nighttime racing more than the daytime, so I'll probably be maxing that out first before I max out the daytime racing. But if you enjoy Need for Speed, I think you'll like this one. I think you'll like this one than the previous two that were out. So let me know how you guys feel in the comments. If you guys enjoyed the review, let me know. Leave a like if you enjoy it, and I'll work on more reviews like this. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I talk about stuff going on in the gaming and tech world. I do reviews on some of the latest games and tech that's out. I do top 10 new games coming out every month and so much more. Make sure to follow social media pages so you can keep up to date what's going on, or if you don't reach out to me. I love talking about gaming, so don't be afraid to hit me up. Catch me streaming on Twitch on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, playing indie, PC, and console games. So hit me up in the chat while I'm gaming, and make sure to hit that follow. But this is Proto, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.